Elsewhere, transport into Nanyuki town was suspended for the better part of Monday after residents blocked roads in protest over the death of Juliet Njoki, who was arrested on the evening of Saba Saba demos. The doctor's report indicates that Njoki was hemorrhaging, a diagnosis that led residents to believe that she was abused while in police custody. The National Police Service spokesperson Mushiri Nyaga, however, says that no formal complaint has been made. Mudhoni Brenda tells us more.
These were the scenes that rocked Nanyuki town for the better part of Monday. Full of anger and pain, Nanyuki residents, majorly from the Liki slums, paralyzed transport into Nanyuki town as they staged protests seeking justice for Juliet Njoki, a daughter to their area chief who died after being arrested on the evening of the Saba Saba demos. Juliet's grandmother, who was on the front line to seek justice for her first grandchild, explained that Juliet had been arrested together with other protesters. They were detained at the Nanyuki police station, where they spent the night awaiting arraignment. On Tuesday the 8th, Juliet and fellow protesters were taken to court and charged with malicious damage of property. They all denied the charges and were set free on a 50,000 Kenya shillings cash bill, an amount that was too high for the 24-year-old girl to raise. The protesters were all transferred to Nanyuki GK women's prisons. Inside the walls of the Nanyuki GK prisons, that family, residents and fellow protesters allege that Juliet was beaten mercilessly and was rushed to Nanyuki Teaching and Referral Hospital to conceal what had happened. The family received the chilling phone call at around 12:45 p.m. where they rushed to the hospital and found Juliet in a disheartening condition. She had already lost consciousness. The doctor explained that Juliet was hemorrhaging and she needed surgery as soon as possible. The police could not allow her to be transferred to a private hospital, insisting that the family should pay the 50,000 Kenya shillings cash bill first. After pleading for hours and promising to pay it in full the next day, they allowed the family to transport her to Cottage Hospital in Nanyuki. At the Cottage Hospital, the surgery was done, but according to the surgeon, Juliet had bled too much and the clots had become unmanageable. She passed on some few minutes to 1 p.m. It is a death that has elicited national fury and the cause of the protests that were witnessed in Nanyuki on Monday. According to the spokesperson, National Police Service Mushiri Nyaga, following the Saba Saba protests in Nanyuki town, 126 protesters were arrested, among them Juliet Njoki. The protesters were processed and arraigned at Nanyuki law courts in good health. On 8th July 2025, charged with the offense of malicious damage to property, all pleaded not guilty and were remanded to Nanyuki prison or pay a cash bill of 50,000 shillings each. To date, no formal complaint has been recorded alleging any misconduct, whether by commission or omission. Nevertheless, the relevant agencies will conduct swift, transparent and credible investigations into the matter, and accountability will follow. The post-mortem was scheduled for Monday but was postponed to Tuesday after the Independent Policing Authority IPOA requested to be involved. Juliet's death comes days after the death of teacher and blogger Albert Ojwang in police custody at the Central Police Station. These incidences raising serious questions about the safety of citizens while in police custody.
What about tomorrow? What about the children tomorrow?
Mudhoni Brenda for TV 47, Nairobi.